Okay, welcome back everybody. So tonight I am doing a how-to video on how to make your own homemade pasta. So I made these last night and let them sit out and dry, so I forgot to do a video on how to actually make them. So I will show y'all how to do that tonight. So what you need, all you need is flour, salt, and egg. That's all you need to make homemade pasta. So, I'll show y'all how to do this. You're gonna need some flour. I will say it's probably about a cup and a half, 2 cups. Then you want to be very generous on your salt. Okay, now we're gonna mix that up, kinda, a little bit. So anyway, what you do, after you get your salt in there, you're gonna make a hole in the middle. So it's gonna be kind of look like a, kind of like a volcano almost, or a whale. Yes, anyway, it's called a whale. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. No. But to me, it kind of looks like a volcano, right? So it's either way, a whale or a volcano. Anyway, you wanna build your sides up. Anyway, I think that looks pretty good. So all you do next, I'm gonna scramble my eggs, or beat them up. All right, and then you're gonna pour your egg in the middle into the well. Oops. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. I poured too much egg in there. It's all right. We can still salvage this, I hope. I screwed this all up. There we go. Now we're getting it all back together. Anyway, you're not supposed to pour all your egg in there at one time. I forgot about that part. Anyway, you're supposed to take your egg, pour just a little bit in there, mix the flour into the egg, and then steadily, slowly pour your egg in there. But we're getting it. I hope. I think I might need to start over. All right, I think I got the egg pretty well mixed in there. What I was able to salvage anyway. So next, you're just gonna start kneading it. Okay, this ain't working out real well. I think it's starting to come together now. Took me a minute. Fold it over. Oh yeah, it's coming together nicely now. There. Mash it down, fold it over. Get some of this off my hands now. Had me worried there for a little bit. Thought I messed up big time, but it's coming together. You take all these little crumbles that fell off and what's on your hands here too, and knead that in there. This is the hard part right here, is kneading this dough. Okay, it's starting to come together now. So what I'm doing when I'm kneading is I'm folding it over, and then I press it down with my palm, and then I rotate it. Pull it over, press it down. Rotate it, pull it over, press it down. And this is something that you need to do quite a bit, because the more kneading you do, the better off you'll be. So you want to do a whole lot of this part right here. And it's hard, I know, but you get something that you made yourself, and it tastes a lot better than what you buy out of the store. So put in your little extra hard work now, and you get better results at the end. Get a little bit more flour on it, starting to get a little sticky on me. That's the palm, but this part of it here, I don't know. Maybe it's called the heel. So anyway, that's what you're using. You're using this part right here of your hand to mash with, not your palm. And what I'm doing here now, folding over everything, if you don't know, this is called kneading. It's called kneading the dough. It's called kneading. I have no idea how you spell it, but that's what it's called. It's kneading. It's your knead. You're kneading. You're kneading the dough. I know that's not right, but it sounds right. It sounds good, don't it? You put your knee in it. Oh, tell you what, doing this, you gotta have a little bit of humor. Put my big old knee up in there. Oh, shoot. Okay, I've done kneading. Put my knee in it. I'm done kneading it, and I think it's about the way I want everything. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your little dough ball here, and you're gonna put it in plastic wrap. And you're gonna set this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. You can leave it in there longer, it doesn't matter, but it needs to be at least 30 minutes. And once you're done, you're gonna roll it out really, really thin. I wanna show you how to do all this, but I'm just kind of pre-preparing you. So anyway, you're gonna roll it out really, really thin, and then you're gonna fold it up like an accordion, back and forth, and then you're gonna cut it in these little thin strips. And that's what you get right there, your pasta noodles. They're hard because they've dried. That's why I got them hanging on here so they'll dry. Ready? They are hard. All right, I'm gonna throw this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer, so I don't know how long it's been in there, and I'll get right back with y'all. Okay, it gives you the gluten time to develop and do what it's supposed to do. So I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator. So another reason why I leave it put in the refrigerator, because I use raw egg. I use 2 of them in this, and I don't feel like it's safe enough for it to sit out in the in the heat. So I put it in the refrigerator so it doesn't spoil on me. Once I pull it out, I'm gonna set my timer here real quick, 30 minutes. So once I pull it out of the refrigerator, you don't have to knead it again. All you gotta do is just roll it out and cut it. You don't have to put your big old fat knee in there no more. Okay, so the pasta that I did yesterday, it's been sitting out here drying, it's done got hard and everything. So I'm gonna cook some of this up. So I'm just taking it off my little rack here and it's falling apart on me. It's no big deal. So I'm just gonna taking it off the rack and putting it in this bowl here. That way I can cook her up. I'll tell you what, had a few pieces dry last night. So I went ahead and cooked them, just to kind of get an idea what it's gonna taste like. And you talk about good. These things are so much better than what you'll buy out of the store. Yeah, and you don't have to wait till they completely dry out to cook them. You can cook them while they're still, moist and a little bit damp. But they are delicious. I mean, the only seasoning I put in there was salt. I didn't put anything, any other kind of seasoning in them, and they were extremely good. But I'm fixing to cook all these up tonight, and I'm gonna eat every one of these. You wait and see. All right. All right, as soon as my water gets heated up and boiling, I'm gonna throw these in there. I'm gonna cook for a few minutes. And I'll get back with you to show you what they look like after they're done. Okay, welcome back. All right, so you got your water boiling here. You let it get up to temp, let it start boiling. So I use these chicken bouillons. I use these in a lot of my dinners. So just one little cube. I'm gonna open this sucker if I can. These things are the hardest things to open. I'll get it here in a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, take one little bouillon and throw it in there. You're gonna take a little bit of pepper, pour that in there. You're gonna let that chicken bouillon dissolve a little bit. Mix in your pepper and your bouillon, however you pronounce that, bouillon. Yeah, one of these things. Chicken bouillon. It takes just a little bit for that to dissolve in there. You don't have to let it completely dissolve, but you want to get some of it dissolved so it gets flavored throughout the whole thing. All right, that's good enough. So what you're gonna do, what I like is I like to try to get the whole pieces like this. The longer the better, because I like, once it's done, I like, kind of like spaghetti noodles, you twirl it around in your fork. So I try to do these first. But if you do happen to get some small pieces, that's fine. They'll cook up just the same. Now I know you're noticing that there's got a little bit of excess flour on it. That's not gonna hurt a thing. Just stick it on in there. Only thing it does is kind of make your water a little bit thicker, but it's no big deal. All right. Now, just like any other pasta, you just let it cook until it's tender. So as soon as it's done, I'll get back with y'all. Okay, welcome back everybody. So my pasta's been cooking and it's gotten tender. So the best way to tell if pasta is done, you know, you see all this stupid movies and stuff that throw up on the ceiling. If it sticks, it's done. That's bullcrap. But anyway, best way to tell is just to get you a piece and try it. Perfect, just right. So I got me a bowl of Alfredo sauce here. So I'm just gonna take it straight out of the water, off the stove here. Let the water drip off a little bit and just put it straight over in there. I really ought to have a pair of tongs or something for this. But too late, I'm already using a fork. Else it's make it dirty up another dish, huh? And the reason why I'm holding my bowl over it is so whenever I transfer the noodles over to the bowl, the water or the noodles won't fall in between the counter and the stove. All right, I think that's enough in there for now for what Alfredo I have. So I'm gonna take it over to the table. I still got a little bit of mess on the table, that's okay, from when I was rolling out the dough. So this is the type of Alfredo that I use. You can make your own Alfredo, which I know how to do, but I had this laying around and I needed to use it up. So I decided I'd use that tonight. Well, come on, get on there. It should be hot with it sitting in this Alfredo, huh? I'm sitting there blowing up for nothing. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I forgot to bring my napkin. Oh yeah, that's really good. I like that. So y'all try to make you some, well, I want to show y'all here in a little bit how to roll out the dough and cut strips to make your pasta, your little pastas. Yeah, I think these are called ribbons, not noodles, but I think they're called ribbon because they're flat. But anyway, that's some good stuff. Okay, my pasta dough is done chilling. It'll be chilling. But anyway, it's sitting in the refrigerator for 30 minutes or so, at least 30 minutes. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll it out. So you're gonna need some more flour. So just take a little bit of flour, pour it out on here. We'll smear it around pretty good. What you're doing here is you're keeping you're spreading the flour out here so your dough doesn't stick to your surface. Okay? All right. So, got your dough. Whoops. Normally, you would use the rolling pin. I don't have a rolling pin. So, what I do have is this round bottle here. So, all you gotta do is just roll it out. And this is another little chore that's kind of hard to do, but it's gotta be done. So you want to roll this sucker out until it's really thin. Go in all kinds of different directions, and it'll get there. It takes time. It would be a lot easier if I had a rolling pin, but I don't have one. And you see me roll it over there, flip it over. The reason I flipped it was because the dough was starting to stick to my bottle. So this side has flour on it so it won't stick. And sometimes it helps if you like smear a little flour on your bottle or your rolling pin or whatever you're using. Keep the dough from sticking. And you want to roll this out till it gets really thin. So what I'm doing is while I'm rolling, I'm pressing down. That'll help stretch it out. Like I said, you just go in different directions. That'll help stretch it. It's a process. It takes time, but it's worth it in the end. Tell you what, back in the day, you go over to Grandma and Grandpa's house and you see Grandma doing this. Didn't really realize the hard work that they put in to make a home-cooked meal. And it is hard work, but it's very rewarding too. It's a lot better than anything that you'll ever buy out of the store. It's getting there. Make you work up a sweat, I tell you what. We'll flip it again. Get a little bit of this flour back up under it so it don't stick on me. Got a little wrinkle right there. You can just roll that right back in. It'll form right back to it. No big deal. Tell you what, it's starting to get pretty close. Starting to stretch out real nice there. Yeah, I think we need to go a little thinner. Yeah, I'm standing in the chair. That way I can get more pressure on this sucker. Get her stretched out real good. All right, I think that's pretty thin. All right, so I got it really, really thin. So what I do next is just kind of drape it on my arm here and knock off the excess flour that I had on it. Just like so. And once you get all the flour off, you're gonna take your plastic wrap and you're going to accordioning. So accordioning is you're gonna put a little bit, zigzag it back and forth, kind of like so. Kind of like that right there. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to leave it on my plastic wrap here. Honestly, hold on one second. All right, so anyway, what I did, I took the side that wasn't as wide. That way it would be easier to manage. And you're just gonna back and forth until you get it all down. Kind of like so. All right, so next, all you do is just cut them in thin strips. Probably about 1/4 inch thick, I guess, maybe. That's the way I like them anyway. So after you get them all cut up, you're gonna take them and unfold it, like so. And then you're just gonna drape it over something and to let it dry. I like using this little basket right here. It works perfectly. Just let it take it. Hopefully that you got them cut all the way in two. Make sure you get every little fold unraveled and drape it over. Just like that. You do all that all the way down until you're done. So I'm gonna finish this out and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've got all my ribbon noodles placed up here to dry. And what we'll do is I'm gonna cover them up. That way it keeps the flies and all the other little critters off of them. Now, you know, you don't have to let them dry like this. You can go ahead and cook them just like they are. But I'm letting mine dry. That way I can save them for another day and I can cook them later on. So here we go. All you do is just cover them up with some paper towels. Like I said, just cover them up enough to keep the critters off of them, the flies. And that way they'll dry overnight and I can come back tomorrow and bag them up and store them, and I can have fresh pasta for another day. So, see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.